Hello, this is Emily. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I am going to be doing a little book haul of some books I acquired over the past couple months. So let's hop right on in and I'll show you all the lovely books I've hauled into my library. The first book I hauled in was The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. I believe this is a standalone novel set in a school of magic. So I hope it's really enjoyable because I always love a good magical school, and Sanderson is one of my top authors. So I hope I love this book just as much as I've loved all his other previous works. I hauled in Atomic, which is a book following like physics and the building up of the atomic bomb, and this is just kind of a historical narrative of those years leading up to it. So I hope it's a good and enlightening read and I can geek out a bit while reading it. Next, I hauled Unwell Women, Misdiagnosis and Myth in a Man-Made World, and this is a nonfiction read following kind of the history of medicine and how throughout history oftentimes women have gone misdiagnosed or kind of pushed aside. So I think this is a very enlightening read and I look forward to reading it. I hauled Enchante, and this is a book set in historical Paris, I believe, where there's a world of magic and magic comes at a cost. So I look forward to reading this. I hauled Letters for Lucardo and its sequel, Unfortunate Beast, and these are a series of graphic novels. I believe there's going to be 4 total in the series, with the 3rd one releasing later this year. And it is definitely a novel that's 18 plus, and it's following a vampire and an older gentleman. But I actually read the first one and didn't enjoy it. There's like the plot and stuff, but I do look forward to reading the rest of the series. I hauled One Giant Leap, which is a historical narrative leading up to America's first mission to the moon. So I look forward to reading this enlightening read and hope to learn some more history. Another nonfiction I've purchased is Edison, and I believe this is just his life story and all of his scientific endeavors that he's accomplished throughout his life. So I look forward to reading it. I pre-ordered a few manga releases that have released recently, and that's Seraphim in volume 24, the 4th volume of My Love Mix-Up, the 16th volume of Servant, and the 7th volume of Blue Period. So I look forward to reading all these series continuations. I am currently caught up with the series on these 4 mangas. I thrifted a memory called Empire, and this is one that's been on my TBR for quite some time. So when I saw it at a low price at a thrift store, of course I swooped in and bought it. And I believe this is a space opera. That's not all I can think of off the top of my head, but I do look forward to reading it, and I've heard a lot of great reviews about it. I bought the classic collections of Devilman 1 and 2, and I'm currently in the middle of the first one, and it's a pretty nice read, though I can see how much manga has adapted from the 80s, but I am still enjoying it despite it being a bit of a throwback. I got Kingdom of Souls and Reaper of Souls, and I believe this series is following witch doctors, and so I thought it sounded interesting and I look forward to reading both of them. So I got a few more of the Paper Mill Press Classic Edition books. I really do love those editions, and I ended up getting the 3 Musketeers, Peter Pan, and Grimm's Fairy Tales, which most of these are going to be rereads for me, so I do look forward to picking them up again, and I just love these lovely editions. I bought Barbarian Alien, which is the 2nd book to Ice Planet Barbarians, which it's a sci-fi that is definitely for those that are 18 and older. And I really enjoyed the 1st book, so I do hope the 2nd book lives up to the 1st book's hype. Though I have heard some mixed reviews that the 2nd book is basically copy and pasting the same plot as the 1st, so I hope I don't grow too bored reading it. I decided to give Illumicrate a try for a month and got We All Fall Down. And the cover is absolutely stunning, and I do love these sprayed edges. However, I'm a little leery going into reading it because I've seen that this book does have some pretty bad ratings. So I don't think I'm going to continue on with the book because I don't really have much freedom with that book box compared to my book of the month, where I have more freedom of which books I pick for each month. I purchased Incognito, The Secret Life of the Brain, and I believe this is just kind of studying the brain itself and its makeup and mechanics. So I think it'll be a very interesting read. I purchased The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. I found this like next to nothing while thrifting, and so I look forward to reading this classic because I know it was pretty groundbreaking with bringing forth the current laws we do have towards meat packaging today. So I hope I enjoy this read. I also thrifted Stiff, The Curious Lives of Human Cadavers, and the title's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be looking into cadavers and kind of what happens to medical waste and all that. So I do look forward to reading this book and hope it's enlightening and maybe not too nauseating. And the last book I hauled is All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. And I believe this is a dystopian where there's only like 2 people pretty much left alive in the whole world after disaster kind of falls. So I hope it's a interesting read, and I believe it's YA. So I hope I can get into it because sometimes YA can be a bit hit or miss for me. Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed, click the like and subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. And also feel free to leave a comment on some of your most recent purchases. So I hope to see you guys next time.